We now come to the ID selector. The ID selector allows you to name a specific style without associating it in any way with any tag or any other HTML element. However, each ID can only be used once in an HTML document. The ID selector is defined with a # preceding its name. So I have an example here, # blue, and the property that I'm establishing here is color equals blue. You associate an ID tag the same way that you associate classes within the element that should have that style. So for example, here I'm applying the style inside of this paragraph tag by setting its ID equal to blue, adding my content, and then closing my paragraph tag. So notice that in fact my text down here is blue. Let's change our property from blue to red. And notice that my text does in fact change to red. Now you can give your ID tags any grouping of letters and numbers that you like. However, it's a good idea to give your ID tags names that you'll remember and understand a few weeks or months later. Also try to write descriptive tags. Shorter is better. You never want to start your ID names with a number. Notice that here this is very confusing. My blue ID is actually coloring my text red. So in this case, be better to relabel this ID red, or I could also call it red _ paragraph to be more descriptive. And then obviously I would need to change my ID down here. Notice that this text goes back to black because I've changed my identification name here and I haven't adjusted the ID down here. Let's go ahead and change this just to red. And now let's change my ID down here to red, like so. And notice that sure enough my text is now styled red. Let's change the text label as well so everything is the same. Here's another ID selector. This rule will match the P element that has an ID with a value of para 1 and center the text and also color it green. So if we go down to this red text here and change the paragraph value from red to para 1, that is, we'll change the ID value of that paragraph. Notice that the text is centered and is colored green. So you'll want to make sure that you write descriptive and short names for your IDs. Also, HTML standards require that all the IDs must be unique. You can't have two IDs with the same name. Also, never start an ID name with a number. Let's now move on to the next movie where I introduce context selectors.